At this point, you should have two USBs. One will be blank, and one will be will have the 5 folders, not in a subfolder on the USB. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to just record the values that we want to save, just in case we run into any problems. You should have this piece of paper here. You can see I've already filled it out to the best of my information. We'll come back later to number 7. Different machines are going to require different information, so we'll just come back to that in another video. And that will only be a problem if your machine does not update correctly. So let's assume that it will. Anyway, what you're going to do to get the values is you're going to press the menu button, scroll down to manufacturer parameters, and the password should ask you for a password is 33587550. That will get you into the password. So you can see the first thing that it asks is velocity. For these machines, the benchtop models are all going to be the same. So if we go into velocity, scroll down to number 7, which is max speed of access, you can see it's 8,000, 8,000, and 5,000. If you have a Professor benchtop machine that has a different number than that, you'll want to change it to 8,000, 8,000, and 5,000. If you've got a basic model of machine, which is going to be the floor model machines, it should be 25,000 for X, 25,000 for Y, and again 5,000 for Z. So those numbers, if it does say something else, we'll just want to make sure that's what it says. You'll then follow the rest of the piece of paper, just inputting the information. So for example, to find our pulse equivalent, we would press escape, and we look at escape number 3, which is pulse equivalent, and you can see here 0.003125. That's what it says there. So first, fill out this form. Once you've completed the form, we're going to do a backup. So you'll now input the blank USB into the machine. It may prompt you to scan the U-disk. We don't want to do that, so we'll just press escape. Then we're going to press the menu button, scroll down to number 6, parameter upkeep, and we want to export our parameters, number 4. You can change the name here. I didn't, so we're just going to leave it as setting. So we'll save our file as setting. In this case, I've already saved settings, so we're going to override it by pressing OK, but otherwise you should be able to press OK. All right, it says it's been successfully exported. So now what we want to do is we want to put the second USB in with the update for the doors. So press escape. We don't need to scan the USB. And what we're going to do is press the menu button, scroll down to system upkeep, number 7. Scroll down to number 3, system update. We're going to say up to the system, say OK. It says successfully reboot now, press OK. It says USB now are available now, press OK. And we want to update the system. So scroll down to update system, press OK. Once the loading screen goes away, it'll ask us if we want to go back to the reference position. We'll press escape. We don't want to go back to the reference position until we verify our parameters. So we're going to press escape. And again, don't need to scan the USB. Now that we've updated the system, I'm going to update the parameters, make sure those have been saved correctly. So go and change the USB again. All right, I've now loaded it, so press escape. And we want to import the parameters. So press the menu button, scroll down to parameter upkeep, and we want to import the parameters. So we'll press OK. So you can see we've got the setting.setting file. If you changed your setting name, it should be whatever the name is .setting. In this case, it's just setting. We'll press OK. All right, it says OK. You've imported the parameters. Do we want to restart? We'll press OK. And again, it's asking us if we want to go back to the reference position. What we're going to do now is verify that it did save those parameters. We don't need to check every single one. We're just going to check a couple. So first, what we're going to do is press escape, and we're going to verify the axis direction of the machine. So in this case, we're just going to press a very quick X positive. Does the machine move to the right, or does it move to the left? If it's moving to the right in a positive direction, then we know X is okay. We'll verify Y. If it moves away from the home position, we know that Y is going correct in the positive direction, and we'll press Z negative. If the Z-axis goes down, we know it's going the right way. If for some reason it was incorrect, we would have to go back and change our parameters. So for example, axis output direction, we'll press the menu button, scroll down to manufacturer parameters. Again, password 335875550. Press enter. So for axis output direction, we'll press OK. And you can see that it saved correctly, at least for my machine, because it was positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative, and my axis are all going the correct direction. The next one we'll verify is the pulse equivalent. So for this machine, it was 003125. That was what I recorded. So the parameters have updated correctly. There's a couple other things, or one more thing we're going to want to do here to make sure that the doors are working. So you're going to press the menu button, and we're going to scroll down to number 8, diagnostics. Press OK. And then we're going to scroll down to, number 2. Didn't need to go that far. So again, that's number 8, diagnostics. Number 2, ports list. Press OK. And we're looking for GX13. There's GX13. So if yours does not show a P and it shows a N, then we know that it hasn't, that it's not looking for it. So what we're going to do is press Shift, and that will toggle it from normally open to normally closed. These doors would be normally closed, so that's what we want to save it as. So you want to make sure that you have a P. You should be good to go. You now should be able to run the machine with the doors closed, and when you open the doors, it will go into a pause function. Thank you very much for following the video.